Hello everybody and welcome to your podcast Mind the Time. My name is Fintan Harvey, joined as always by Brendy Mahan.
What's the crack?
What's happening, Brendy, sir?
All's quiet, hey? Glad to be here.
Yeah, it's good to have you here, Brendy, as always.
Well, thank you very much, hey?
Yeah, and you two boys are back in the same seat again.
Oh, we are. And are we dairy tops? Are we dairy tops too?
We dairy tops. And of course, Shawnee Carey.
How we doing? What's the crack?
What's happening, sir?
All good.
How are you getting on now over your your cold, your flu, your
Definitely.
fucking COVID?
You still sound a bit...
Much better.
You sound a bit hoarse.
Yeah, still a wee bit of
Yes, hoarse.
nasally shit going on. And I still can't like fully taste and smell, which is fucking annoying. But
is that why you're eating bourbon biscuits?
And drinking peppermint and licorice tea?
Bourbon biscuit sounds like whiskey biscuits.
It does. It sounds
Bourbon
better. It sounds
biscuits.
better than they are.
Yeah.
I could sort of... I'm tasting like the weirdest shit. I could sort of taste half the bourbonness of the biscuit.
Half the bourbonness.
I don't mean the whiskey biscuits.
Whiskey biscuits is very class.
I'm picking up like Hansa things, so it's great. So I'm starting to enjoy food again.
Good man.
Because you can't enjoy it when you can't taste it.
No.
You really can't.
No. Hey, we're joined by our very special guest tonight. We have a local age bag.
You.
Comedy writer, creator, author, entrepreneur.
Ooh.
Sometimes.
Creator of Pure Derry, Mr. Ciaran Murray. What's the crack, sir?
Yes, lad.
What is happening?
Boys, thanks for having me.
Lovely to have you here, sir.
Thanks a million.
Yeah,
glad,
good.
glad to be here. I see you've dressed appropriately.
We dressed, for anybody listening that isn't watching, we are wearing Derry City tops because we're going Pure Derry today.
And I didn't even wear a Pure Derry t-shirt.
I know.
Coming down with t-shirts.
Yeah. So many yourself.
You have a hat.
I do have a hat.
I thought it was a banker, to be fair, that you'd be wearing a Pure Dairy t-shirt, you know, but...
You know what, I kind of thought about it and I thought it's a bit too on the nose and then you all turned up and you
no shame in us, boys, hey?
yeah, but I'm still representing.
You got the hat that's a bit more subtle anyway, so that's it.
Still representing. So we're talking everything Derry today. We're going to chat about Derry sayings, Derry things they do in Derry, all the fucking crack about Derry.
Places
Derry places
that appear on t-shirts.
And some cracker t-shirts there as well, I must say.
There's a few. Yeah, I mean they've got that. I like to think they've got that agelessness.
Yeah,
you know.
Oh, aye.
You know, so people still look for them.
100%.
So that was kind of my thoughts when I was making them because I don't really update them that often. But
you don't have to because it's all there.
It's all there.
Yeah, you've already put in the groundwork.
Thanks, Fontaine.
Just let it all roll on now. Show me the money.
Dragon's the animal. I'm going to break down the figures now.
So when Pure Derry, let's go, what, 20 years?
20. I was actually trying to think about this the other day. It's about 23, 24 years now.
Man, that's
crazy. Absolutely crazy. So yeah, but obviously I take long breaks from it as well.
Yeah.
Sometimes recently. But yeah, off and on, 23 years.
Something going, man. Yeah, it's going strong.
It's sort of always there. Sometimes I don't sort of post for a long time and then I come back and do something. I kind of take that quality over quantity approach.
That's the way to do it. You know, 100%.
And I try not to rip the sack out of it. But yeah, it kind of just it keeps going, and there's always something. But it's funny as a comedy writer, I mean, you'll know this is that I kind of done the whole, you know, everything from Tobacco Onions to all the Pat Ramsey.
You've milked it.
I've done everything. So you're always looking for that sort of, that's original, I'll do that. But yeah, it's been going a long time. I started actually doing it when I was in. I was living away. I was living in Austria at the time.
Wow.
On my my university placement. I was living in Austria and I was away for 6 months. I hadn't been in Derry for 6 months, and when I came back, everybody was saying, "Oh, it's pure mad." Just I noticed, it's pure freezing. I'm pure starving. And this is the time when the word "pure" sort of
is that what it was?
They started saying pure this and pure that, and I came back and said, "This is weird." And I just went back and I was like, "I'm going to start doing it." No, I had this notion to kind of start writing about a comedy for Derry, and so yeah, just called it Pure Derry. So the phrase Pure Derry just came from that, you know, just from.
And now it's basically in the fucking dictionary now. It's Pure Derry. You know what I mean?
Even people like putting it under like Pure Derry curries and pure Derry. Pure Derry.
Yeah.
It's actually copyrighted.
I should have getting a wee slice of pie.
Shit, we were going to call this episode Pure Derry. Fuck.
Sorry.
Pure time.
We're going to be out of fortune.
It'll be fine. But no, it's been going a long time, and it's kind of gone through that whole journey of, you know, started out just writing. It was anonymous for years, obviously, which was actually the best crack.
I have to be.
What was it?
100% was the best crack.
You see,
100. Like being a influencer and all that, it's just like that's shite crack. Like being actually knowing who you were for years was relatively was far better than actually people.
Oh, I can see that definitely. Yeah.
You know, so
You see, I can't. I'm like, praise me.
give me the validation.
Yeah, I need it to give me the validation for what I've written.
Yeah, it's funny looking back. Like I had these really, just weird interactions with people on like the 212 bus, or on an airplane, or sitting in an airport, and somebody go, "Have you seen that? That's funny." And you'd be like, "Oh yeah," and they'd be showing you something, or they'd start talking about, "Did you see the thing on that Pure Derry page?"
That you did.
So I'm just
I'd be mad.
and I'm just going, "All right."
You never die, and they'd be, "Oh, that's me." You know what I mean?
Occasionally, friends would throw you on the bus. That's him. You would realise that what would happen was that people would sort of hold back, and they go, "All right, okay," and they don't want to say anything. I like that unfiltered, where you got to hear what people really thought. You got to sort of enjoy their enjoyment of it, without having to sort of the whole sycophant. "Oh, is that you?" And that's you could just sort of sit and go, "Oh, that's cool." I got a really authentic reaction. As opposed to, that was the pride, Pure Derry. So, but it is what it is now.
Class.
I'm outed.
You're
Outed myself.
Did it all like start with social media, or did you sort of?
There was no social media
before. That's what
there was no social media. No, it was it went viral at a time when you had to actually email. You had to go into your Hotmail. And
do you remember when that was the thing? All right, yeah, you were just getting links to your emails.
Just links in your Yahoo or your Hotmail. So I launched it. Was living in Gallia at the time when I come back. I was living in Moss Park, and I remember launching it and sending it to a couple of friends on like a Sunday night, and by Monday morning it had just completely blown up. It's been sent all over. Like, "Have you seen this? Have you seen that?" But the way I set it up was that you could obviously, when I released the new edition, that you could email the link around. So it was like pre-social media. So yeah, but it was kind of, and it was designed to look. I don't remember the old Pure Derry. Actually, you know what?
Wee bag of tricks.
Here's one I made earlier.
I feel like a gay burn here, and so I have got.
That's right, yeah.
So you remember the? Hey, these are for use, by the way. I just realised there's an Ulster Fry book in the middle. I thought I loved it. But yeah, it was kind of set up. They look like the Derry Journal.
I see him font and all on the front. Yeah,
the original was 2 ads on either side of the banner. So you go, share those out.
That's nice.
By the way, I got one more thing here, which I did promise you.
Pure Derry hat class.
Get it on you.
Keep my bald head warm.
Get it on you.
Man. I love a good hat. It's a lovely hat. It's good quality hat too.
Good quality.
Just open this first finger red horoscopes. Scorpio. A taxi man recognises your face this week because of a passing resemblance to an uncle you've only met twice. Oh fuck! I'm gonna have some crack with it.
Must have been some crack putting that together, man.
You know what? That was a sort of that came out in 2012. Like it's quite old now. Like, but it was like 10 years of content. Probably due to do another one soon if I could get the finger out. But,
sorry, but I have to highlight this one. A headline: "Everyone famous now a pedo," says Home Office. That's actually come back round. It's so true now as well.
Yeah.
Oh man.
There was one point when everybody famous was a pedo. It's never been true. It's never been true.
This is probably like
going to distract me.
This is probably like the fucking Simpsons, where you've just predicted things. That's going to happen now. Like,
it's 100%. That happens. That happens all the time. It especially happened as well with the Ulster Fry, which is one like we moved the Ulster Fry. Then it was like so many of the things that we would do would end up coming.
You
true.
joked about, and then it actually became
end up coming true. Yeah, so
just shows you how fucking mental the world's got to.
Oh, you can't.
Fuck the Sixth Sense. Jesus. There's one too. COVID.
People call it a coffee table book because you can kind of. It's one of those ones where you can pick it up and
just read wee bits.
Just like read a wee bit. No, it takes you 2 minutes to read a story. I like to call it a toilet book. It's better than which is more crude, but it is a good book to take the toilet.
100%.
And you know what? That's something that's missing at the moment. It's a good book to bring to the toilet, like
a good niche is
because it's all mobile phones now to bring, and it's very unhygienic.
It is.
Having your phone. Even though I do it, like
I wouldn't go on the toilet without my phone. I don't even think I'd be able to go. No, sitting there, I'm not happening. Give me my phone.
Is that weird to bring your phone on the toilet? I remember staying with a friend and taking my phone on the toilet, and then they were like, "Oh, did you take your phone?"
I wouldn't go on without it. It definitely was probably weird, but Jesus, even like in public toilets, if I'd like, and then you put your phone on the ground, they pull your bags up, and then fucking what? Then? And then you be sitting there with your phone in your mouth. It's actually stinking when you think about it. But Jesus, I've done it plenty of times.
I took a cup of tea on once.
No, see, I can't go on there.
A cup of tea to the toilet.
Eating or drinking. I feel like I'll I'll just end up eating
Took
the
a cup of tea,
whatever I'm
ready
smelling.
Yeah. No, not for a pee.
for number 2.
For a wee sit down.
It was in my more wasteful youth, but I remember
Well,
doing
it is wasteful,
And I
in
remember it
fairness.
was a discussion then, and I remember this other guy I knew did it too as well, all the time, and I was like, thank God, I'm not weird.
I won't even go for a pish chewing chewing gum.
But I wouldn't do
I
it
feel like
now.
I'll be just eating pish molecules off me or something, you know what I mean?
I won't
shite.
even go for a piss.
And while we're on it,
eating
I
chewing gum.
hate urinals. There's this like thing of like men will all like stand at the urinal right beside each other and oh it's cracking all, and I always wait for a cubicle, and it's not
Aye.
because I'm afraid to pee beside people, it's because I fucking hate urinals. It's other people's pish
Splash back.
splashing back up on you. The mist
Yeah.
of pish and get the fuck.
You're never so aware of it. This is when you go, if you ever go away on holiday anywhere.
Oh, aye.
and then you're away, then you realise then how bad urinals are. I don't know if you're in shorts or flip flops.
Exactly.
Somewhere
You
sunny.
feel it.
You just
and you're
wait
feel the
through
spray.
pish.
Somebody else pissing on my toes.
Oh,
Exactly.
man.
No,
And then-
it's even weirder. The next time you go in the urinal in public, bring a cup of tea in. That's fucking brilliant crack.
cup of tea and a copy of Pure Dairy.
And a bourbon.
And you're
I'll just be a while here, lads.
And you're
And a
sitting,
fucking bourbon
you're
cream.
sitting on the urinal. What's crack? All right, it's a cup of tea. Why not?
And then
Go and take that out for me, alright?
the pubs that you go into, and we've all fucking been in them. You're standing at the urinal and it's soaking at the bottom, like, because everybody's so pissed, they're pissed everywhere. And you're standing about 2 inches of fucking pee, like.
The bound for Boston toilets, you used to have to, you would have a little fucking life jacket to go on and patch it everywhere towards the end of the place. Like,
They were particularly bad.
they were stinking.
And funny, I was friends with the owners of the thing, and I loved the Bound for Boston.
Oh, it's my
Same,
favourite bar it's ever
Loved
been in
the-
Derry.
loved the
Same.
Bound for Boston.
I really miss it.
Good- and still good terms with the owners of it at the time, but the toilets were
It was more towards the end.
Poaching.
It's a good Derry
Hoaching,
word.
that's a cracker Derry word.
Poaching.
That is hoaching.
He's writing that down.
Hoaching. How do you even spell it? H-O-A-C-H-I-N-G?
H-O-O-C-H-I-N. No,
That's
Hoaching. No, there'd be an A in there,
I
wouldn't
put an
there?
A instead of
Hoaching.
But that's your country version. That's Hoaching, sir.
Yeah,
That's
pure Hoaching.
country version.
Do you have Hoaching in the country?
No, so it's a Derry thing.
Or like leaping. That is a leap on there. Hey.
It's funny because when I was doing the Ulster, obviously I did Pure Derry for years. Then we started doing the Ulster Fry, which is also on hiatus, but we'll come back at some point. But I used to be like writing something, and then Billy would be like, "That's not a word anywhere but Derry. It doesn't make sense." Because you just be so used to it. You're like, "What's the alternative?" You're trying to like translate Derry speak, and fortunately he used to live in Derry. He lived in Derry for years, so he was able to sort of like Google Translate that the Belfast speak. Well,
How do you say Hoaching and Lurgan?
Geolingo.
And they fucking Google that.
Imagine a wee Geolingo with just Derry words. That was class,
Hey,
actually.
there you go. You're on
That's our
something
next
there
one.
for the north.
look,
Hoaching lingo.
what would it be called? We need a name for it now.
Pure lingo.
Pure lingo. Aye, let's see.
Derry lingo.
Oh, we're on there something there, boys.
Yeah, it is. We'll have to get the app going.
So speaking of Derry sayings, I scribbled down a few there just before we come up. I'm ready for the hulls.
Oh,
Yeah.
I think it's something everybody's ma said at a
I'm
time.
ready for the hulls, man.
I'm ready for the hulls.
Ready for the holes, oh, aye.
Yeah.
Big time.
A dose.
Somebody's a
Somebody's a dose.
Yep.
Or a pure dose. You see, you can put pure in front of
Pure,
nearly
yeah.
everything, can't you?
I'm
Like?
pure ready for hulls.
I'm broke to the bone.
Broke the
That's a well.
Broke that bone.
Broke the bone's a good one.
Like, like embarrassed, isn't it? Basically, aye.
I love this one. It's such a Derry thing. Say nothing till you see Claude.
Aye. What is the crack with that?
So as Claude Walton was a solicitor in the town in what, the 70s, 80s must have been.
Is that what it was?
Kind of 60s, 70s, I think, direction. And he was notorious for, like, you didn't say anything. Go and see Claude first.
Oh, right.
Before you get yourself on any bar.
Right.
Jesus.
He was like the wee Saul Goodman sort of. Claude Goodman. Claude Goodman.
Claude.
Good man.
Good man, Claude.
Bars. What's the bars?
What's the
Gossip.
Bars.
Aye.
Yeah. A juke.
A wee joke.
A wee joke.
A
A wee juke.
Gives a wee
Juke's not there. Like, Juke.
Some of these are a wee bit from Northern Ireland, Donegal.
Jeffrey Duke is. I always remember working in Belfast. I was in Belfast for years, and a wee Jeffrey Duke.
A wee joke at that there, mate.
A wee Duke.
Oh, was that Raymond slang with Jeffrey Duke?
Jeffrey Duke. I don't know who was Jeffrey Duke.
Not a fucking clue.
Did you ever know that you'd probably have stuff more on your list, but there's a difference. Like, so if you say here, we would say scunnered.
People say scundered.
So people say scundered.
That does my head in.
And it means something different. It means like embarrassed.
Right.
Like here, scundered is just like
fucked off.
You know, but up in Belfast, it means embarrassed.
Is that what it was?
Scundered.
I've heard scundered before, and I'd be all, nah.
And outside of there, like scunnered, what does that mean?
It just means a fucked off, basically.
You just don't get it. There you go.
Just means
needs to go into Duolingo.
Hey, I'm telling you, this is
This is one I think I learned from Brandy. Brown ding. Red and brown ding.
Red thing.
I have to give a shout out to Ciaran Murray, to Michael Duck, for making her own brown
the homemade brown ding. That's right.
Get their own brown ding.
I've actually seen that in their menu before. It's all with stew with homemade brown ding and all this here. Red hoot and all one.
What's red hoot? Red sauce?
Red sauce or red wine.
That actually on the front. There's one of it. I don't know if it's on the book there, but I'll see if it's on. It might be on the opening page. My friend Willem is
Defoe.
Willem, he's Dutch. It's on here anyway. He was on the first. And looking back now, you realise like how bad, not how bad, but how you wouldn't get away with it now. But it was basically people get let out of Grantia, and he was like, what was a new like window licking service? Like no, you look back like, gee, you would never get away with it.
And that was even that long ago.
So no, and it was 20 odd years ago. But Willem moved over here from. He's Dutch, and I met him in Austria, and he moved to Ireland. He's still here, but he asked one of the most profound questions I've ever heard down in. Do you remember when the ice wharf where I met you? The ice wharf where I met you for pint. Trinity.
Yeah.
And we were just sitting having a thing, and he was just lifted up his sachet, and he looked at it, and he was like, brown sauce, bro. What the fuck flavour is brown? And I was like,
that's a good question.
Very good question.
I don't know. I was like, what flavour is brown? I don't know. How do you explain brown flavoured? It's
like fruit flavoured. It's like fruit and vinegar mixed.
Yeah,
but,
vinegar.
It's just brown thing. I only found out recently that HB sauce is Houses of Parliament. Houses of Parliament sauce, and the fucking
sure, it's on the bottle.
I know. I didn't know it.
What's your favourite brand when it comes to brown and red sauce?
It's going to have to be HP, like. Do you know what I mean?
HP, yeah.
Or Heinz for a red thing.
Daddies.
Yeah.
No,
But
Daddies is stinking.
No, I think when you go down south, you go in there now, like 4 Lanterns or something, and they've got like the squidgy bottles of red and brown ding. I think they're always the best. All cheap shit.
Heinz actually released a thing recently. I seen that was that they put up like a wee thing. It was the exact colour palette of their sauce, so that you could go in their place. Because no way a lot of people would have Heinz bottles and they'd fill them up with all cheap shit.
Oh, so you could colour match it.
If it isn't exactly this colour, it's not Heinz.
Geez, Heinz are on everything here.
I'm telling you.
There's an app for that probably.
If
not, there will be.
You know what I heard there? This has just popped into my head there. You know what I heard the other day in work, and it has to be a Pure Derry thing too. Up your hole, a big jam roll.
Up your hole with a big jam.
I heard it work the other day, and I thought, it's it's one of my favourites.
That be said in my work like fucking at least once a day because of you.
Anytime you ask anybody where anything is in my work, hey, where's that there? They go, up your hole, a big jam roll. Fuck off.
No, speaking of jammy. But then after that, I don't know if that's just Derry either.
Quite Derry.
That is quite Derry too.
Is it?
You're a pure jammy.
Jammy bastard.
Where'd you get them?
And you say it when anybody wins anything.
Jammy bastard.
Jammy bastard.
That'd be a good name for a competition service in Derry.
Jammy bastards.
Jammy bastard competition.
Jammy bastards is sponsored by Pure Derry.
Just a jammy bastard competition.
That's a good one actually.
Up a tree in Rosemount.
Up a tree in Rosemount. It's a hard cracker.
Can't get more Derry than that. Do you not hear that before?
Never knew Up a tree in Rosemount. Oh Jesus.
What? You never heard of Up a tree in Rosemount?
Oldest Derry phrases there. I've known that since I was away.
So what's the equivalent of it? It's just basically where there's somebody up a tree in Rosemount.
Up a tree in Rosemount, but it's
like you don't know where they are.
Exactly.
Look yourself. What do you ask me for?
For all I know, he's up a tree in Rosemount.
I actually was up a tree in Rosemount several times. I'm sure I'm from Rosemount, so yeah.
All right.
There's many a tree in Rosemount I was up.
You've climbed them all?
Aye. So several times.
Were you foundered when you were up the tree?
Foundered.
We were more Baltic.
Baltic.
Found. It's foundered more. I always think 'cause we have a founder jumper, but foundered more.
Would that be like an Ulster Scotch thing? Foundered.
Possibly. Foundered. They'd probably say.
Kyle.
Foundered.
Kyle.
Kyle as well. Just
Kyle.
She's Kyle boys.
If something's cat, it's not good.
That's a bit more. I'd say that would be reach beyond Derry too.
Yeah,
a wee bit. Cat, or even like cack. Cack and eggs.
Aye,
that's pretty Derry too. I would say.
Oh, so the cat would have a Y in it, like cat.
That's just a Derry accent. The same way we would say kiar. You'd say car. I'd say kiar. Car.
Thingamajig.
I like
that.
Right.
Wee buns.
Wee bums.
Again. You've done your research, eh?
Lurd.
Dairy phrases.
Remember lurd?
Lurd too. Lurd. That's not a word you use anywhere else.
Do you spell lurd with one R or two?
Lured.
One, I would say.
See, I've spelled it with two sometimes, and
Both work.
Tell me this here. How do you spell the word nyaman?
Yaman. See, this is one.
There's a good dairy word.
This is one I always have trouble with, right?
Yaman.
People will write it in a group chat on the right YAMMING, but that's Yaman. I would basically, if I had to spell it, I'd try not to. I love saying it. If I had to spell it, I'd basically go NY fucking NYAMMING. Yaman. You know what I mean? Anybody who doesn't agree is a yamming bastard.
I'm gonna approve that as the correct spell.
Good.
I don't think there is a correct spell, but I think I can.
Fuck it.
If anybody has the authority to do it, it'll be you.
Carol Fodderman, the corner.
That's how I spelled.
There you go. Yaman.
I get it down.
Because it has to be, nya. It's not that. It's not yaman.
Yeah.
It's nya. Yaman bastard.
Absolutely.
And then another one, Brenda, you mentioned this on the live podcast. Actually, take your oil.
Take your oil.
Take your oil.
Take your oil.
It's one of my favourites.
Take your oil.
Again, you wouldn't hear it there, I don't think.
Take your oil. Taking the hand.
Taking the hand.
It's taking the hand.
It is. Anyone else would say taking the Mickey, but we'd say taking the hand. You're taking the hand on me.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Taking the hand.
Bit it up, ye.
Have we got gacking? Bit it up,
Bit it up, you too, yeah.
Bit it up, ye.
I actually wrote a few down the other day. I think we've probably covered them all. I mean, we fucking. I think so.
I'm trying to think of ones when you were younger.
Gack was always a good. That's Gack's like still.
Oh, here one. Could eat a scabby Wayne.
Jesus.
We've never heard that one, is there? I don't know, Sean.
That's you're hungry. Could eat a scabby
I could eat a fucking. My man and dad still say it. I could eat a scabby Wayne. What does that even mean?
A scabby Wayne.
Random cannibalism. Just how does it even make?
I'm not even a scabby man. A scabby Wayne. So it's a child as well.
We're missing loads. Like I'm sure people listening or watching can
probably fucking
something my dad used to always say too. I'm not sure if it's a Derry thing or maybe more Irish thing. Your head's a Marley.
Your head's a Marley.
Your head's a Marley. Just like if you're a fucking madman. Your head's a Marley. Do you know what I mean? Dad would always says that too.
I've says the people too. Your head's cut. You ever hear that?
Cut?
Your head's cut.
No, I never heard that one. No.
Derry saying to your head's cut. No,
haven't heard that in a while, but I've heard it before. Definitely. Yeah.
Head's cut. It just mean you're talking shit.
People probably your head's cooked now. But anyone?
Melted.
Melted. Your head's melted.
Yeah, absolute melter.
Yeah. What about Derry? It's just
a wonderful. It is. It's an amazing vocabulary. That's why
it is. It's incredible.
I haven't been writing the Ulster Fry now in a couple of years, and like to me, like coming back, like Derry's like this is home. This is like this is where I feel comfortable and natural. Like doing it's 100%. Just this amazing vocabulary here that you just don't get.
It's a unique wee place. Like it's all part of being on the border with a Donegal with a very different dialect, and then a city split right down the middle with a kind of Catholic sort of dialect, it's strong Derry dialect, and then the sort of Protestant dialect. It all mixes in together with Donegal and the two sides of the city and everything. And then
you have the Irish words and you have the Ulster Scotch words, and it's all just
they all meet in the middle, and it's just fucking chaos.
It's so
beautiful chaos.
It is. It's and you don't, and it's just so different to anywhere else. And
it is,
and then obviously you got some of the Claudy words coming in.
Just add sir to it.
Sir.
You're gulping. You're gulping.
Love gulping. Hey, that's a great word.
We used to have one when we were younger. You said like, "What's happening?" Same.
Well, that's a Strathfoil word, isn't it?
But that's probably it.
That's a Strathfoil word.
Do you know when you're in secondary school and then your schools were mixing? So that's probably what it was, because we had like a lot of Strathfoil people in our schools, so it was probably same. But I remember
that is a very unique Strathfoil kind of word.
You did that with your hand too. Happening same. I got her son. But it's good crack.
It's good to see all cultures mixing like that in schools, isn't it? Like, I like that. Yeah. What about there's another one, the hand signals as well. Shanty spider. So shanty spider like to the side like that.
It's just like that there. Just boom. What's happening?
Traditionally done over a steering wheel.
When you're driving.
Over a steering wheel, of course.
But you can do it out the window as well.
Another thing I noticed in Derry too, and I just call it. You'll probably know what I say when I mean it. The Derry nod. You're walking past somebody.
You do.
To the side. Everywhere else in England, it's but in Derry.
Do you ever do that abroad?
There's a wee cheeky thing there, isn't there?
It's like a wee twitch.
That's it. But if you really nail it and you get the and the wink and the hang at the same time. You walk away. I nailed that. Interchange there, so I did.
Do you ever
Yes.
do you ever do that wee fucking thing there, like when you're in America or something?
Oh,
and they'd just be all.
Sure, know the way, like, no in Derry. If I'm walking up a town, I don't know you, I walk past you, just us two in the street, you'd be all right. You know, you would. You'd be mad if you didn't. When I first went to Manchester to uni, literally my first night in Manchester, I was out in this bar, and I was walking under the wee narrow corridor, into the toilet, and there's another boy walking out, about the same age. And he walked and looked at me, and I saw, all right. And he just went, like, put the head down and walked past, and I saw, fuck, like, another bastard. And then I thought it, there were another 5 people, and I thought, why is nobody fucking taking me on to Manchester? And then I realised it's not something that you do over here.
They don't do it.
You bringing biscuits
thought
and
you were cruising for.
Who's your man there?
I had something similar when I moved to Dublin too. I was just walking along the street going, everybody, how's it going? How's things? Queer drying day of the day, sir. Queer drying day.
There's another word, queer.
Queer.
Queer's a Northern Ireland. That's a queer.
You hear a lot about a country too, like
it's quite
yoke.
You plenty of yokes up a country.
Yoke.
Oh, aye.
Yoke is quite culty.
Yeah. I think a lot of culty words are coming under like the on and the on. The on. Hey, that's a pure Derry thing these days. Where that's a pure country word, like really, isn't it? The on.
Coming under.
I love lawn.
See,
Thon. Lawn.
Again,
Lawn.
It's good to see country people coming into the city and
being embraced.
It's all coming.
Yeah, it's just it's a big mixed
Does it make
pot.
you feel more welcome?
It does. Yeah, I like people greeting me with.
I heard a great phrase last week. It was bro-nouns. And I never heard it before.
Bro-nouns.
Like, what's your preferred bro-noun? No, like,
is that like
people like
mucker or lad?
Like mine's at the minute's brother. Like
brother.
All right, brother. And you always feel like fucking me don't get on. No.
Yeah.
All right, brother, no bother. But bro-nouns is like you might be chief or
That's a good one. Horse,
chief.
lad, horse.
Horse a good one.
What's a dairy bro-nouns? What would the dairy bro-nouns be?
I know what I've
Mucker.
funny.
Lad.
People in Derry,
Mux.
people in Derry will call you anything. They call you lad, mucker, mux, bro, brother, partner, chief, lad, sham. But no, one
Sham.
word they won't call
Sham.
you is mate, because it's
mate.
pure like English Belfast. All right, mate. But you'll say anything, but not mate.
Buddy,
You know what I mean?
you'll not say mate. That's true.
No,
No.
never.
That's too far to be.
That's the thing the squatties would have been using when they were based here. Like, mate. You're not gonna.
I would say horse or lad probably most. I've actually started saying sir a while lot now too.
I like sir.
Sir.
Yeah.
Bringing the country.
Again.
We're just reaching out.
My ma's from Mahara, half my family's from Mahara, so I think that's where it came from too. They always go, alright sir, what's crack sir? So I just I'll say sir 9 times out of 10.
I'm personally an old horse.
I like horse as well.
I'll say horse.
Brother is like, I just feel like at the moment, like, alright, no problem, brother. And then when somebody else calls you brother, you just like,
alright, brother.
like, we're tight.
Oh,
It's like
I'll tell you a time.
Scene in Commando.
boss.
That's sort of, let's do it.
Alright, brother.
I'll tell you a time when I used the word horse with somebody in Dublin, and then at the end of the night I realised, fuck, maybe I shouldn't have said that. Like, I was on a pub. I was on a GAA club in Cabra, right? And there was a lot of Chucky songs and all going on. You know what I mean? It was like Friday night. I was hammered. I was there with a friend of mine, Nicky, and then I was sitting chatting to this guy for fucking ages. Like, I was hammered, as I said, and he was all, "Where am I from, mate?" And I was telling, he's from Dublin. I was a bad accent, but I was heading from Cloney, Derry, knew all the places up around here and all. And then at the end of the night, Nicky goes to me. She goes, "Do you know who that fellow is you were talking to?" I was all, "No, not a clue." Like, she goes, "He's the guy that shot Shergar." What? I was always calling him fucking horse.
You probably thought you were winding them up.
That is true. I swear to God. So apparently the dogs in the fucking street knew it was him. That's him. He was one of the ones. He was actually the one that pulled the trigger. On Shergar. So Shergar, you know the story of Shergar. Shergar was a famous racehorse that was kidnapped by the IRA in the 80s, and they shot it, they killed it. They were supposed to be taking it for ransom, but apparently he was the guy that had it in Park 8th Street in the back of a fucking dentist, a room in the back of the dentist. Now these boys didn't know how to control.
That sounds completely made up. Like, I know it's not, but that sounds so ridiculous.
But these guys had no fucking experience with horses, never mind a fucking racehorse. Like.
No.
So apparently your man just fucking shot it in the head. Started going mad. Shot Shergar.
He should have released a song after that. I shot the Shergar
horse.
But that was my first thought.
Boom. That was good.
That was classic.
Thank you.
Your partial level pun.
I like a good pun.
My work here is done.
My work here is
I was
pun.
going to say they could have given the horse sort of laughing gas or something.
They could have done that.
A wee root canal.
Maybe a wee injection just to numb its gums. Just imagine a horse just
a big horse tongue flapping about the place. office.
His side of his face all frozen and all.
Imagine waking her up after the anaesthetic, thinking it's a cow or something.
That's random.
That was random,
That's a
man.
good story.
Yeah. As soon as she said it, I was, oh fuck, I've been calling him a horse all night.
Was that his claim to fame? Is that like was that public knowledge that he shot Jerry?
Public knowledge in the area that he was from, along with the people who were involved.
Wow.
And all that.
Wow.
Mary Lou McDonald was also there that night. I'm not saying she had anything to do with it.
Call her horse too.
Disclaimer.
Yeah. Mary Lou had nothing to do with Shergard to the best of her knowledge.
Although she did have a weak alibi, so we'll see.
The horse.
What about pubs in Derry? What about things that make like?
Well, we touched them on earlier. The Boimfer. I must have Boimfer big time.
Everybody must.
That was great. That was my first bar I ever probably got into, and it would be one I would still be going to now if it was still open. The way it was.
It's something else. It's been about 3 different things since it was a Boimfer.
It was Granny Annie's, and it was fucking.
It was something else.
Electric
Annie's, but then it was something different altogether.
But I'm old school now, so I very rarely get out now. I have a daughter, and I just kind of very rarely I get out for. I think I've been out a few times over Christmas, but I very rarely get out. But sorry, I'm not talking to the mic really, but
no, you're right.
But I to me it's old money pubs. I still call Thirsty Goat Downies. Do you know what I mean? Do you know what I mean? So I still have that old sort of, down the embassy. It's not the embassy.
Townsman.
The Townsman.
Yeah.
Townsman. The Townsman. Sorry, was I?
Where was the Townsman?
But it was Downey's owned it.
Downey's. So it was Downey's after the Townsman.
Sorry,
that's right.
The Townsman and Squires.
Would have been a nightclub. And there used to be a wee pet shop in there too. Do you remember that there? We got a hamster there before. Sugar used to be a pet shop.
I remember that.
Do you remember that there?
The pet shop there.
You walked in the wee tunnel and it was on your left then.
That's right.
Was it part of the pub?
No, it was before it was a pub. It was just like a wee fucking pet shop off to the side.
So you went down the tunnel as if you were going on what's now the Thirsty Goat, and then there was a pet shop off the side. And you go on, I remember being with somebody that stole a hamster.
Was it Brandy?
Well, it might have been me. Yeah,
it was.
No, we had
Somebody
one.
stole a hamster to go and I was like, I didn't realise.
What, just reach in and lift the fucking.
So did they stick it in their pocket? And
a hamster in their pocket. It's like one of those. Like I was more interested in Toblerones or packets of
steal a live hamster.
Just a hamster. Shoplifting hamsters. Back in our misspent youth. That's well remembered.
I don't remember that. And you had Wheelers across the street then.
Wheelers across the street, of course.
Marlene's upstairs.
Cafe Marlene's is right.
You know what?
Right.
I did a story recently about the Wheelers reunion in Sheepy Street. It was one of the stories we did on Pure Derry and did really well. But the amount of people got annoyed that we didn't mention Marlene's, and I actually had it in an early draft. Like there was a rival Marlene's.
Was that opposite Wheelers?
It was up the wee steps above
the
the
wee
sugar.
Up the stairs. Where what is it?
I don't even think it is anything now, is it?
Was that? It's like what do you call it? Like people making
clothes and stuff. It's part of it's under City Trust in the building and all that. But that wee platform that goes across the top of. I was on there. You get great chicken burgers on there.
It was like chips, cheese, and taco. You used to always get that after a night out.
How many bars were we off?
Another one actually just on that, just places you went to for a feed after. Frankie Ramsey's.
Oh, of course.
That was always a popular one.
Derry staple.
Oh, Frankie's.
Frankie Ramsey's. That's not there anymore, isn't it?
No.
I remember ironically taking somebody to Frankie Ramsey's on a first date for the crack. Because like no, I know this was, and it actually went down really well. But it was like after we went to the pub. And funny enough, thinking back about names of pubs, you remember when Brickwork, and I seen Damien was on the day saying about painting the pub pink, but Brickwork used to be called Henry J's.
I remember Henry J's. Henry Joy McCracken's.
Henry Joy McCracken's was one of the first places in Derry you would have got cocktails.
That's right.
It was all like orange and pink stuff, and it was all you never really got cocktails.
It was probably just like fucking vodka and diluted orange and stuff like
pretty much.
My water and vodka.
I would have always known it at Missons when I started going there. Would have been Missons.
Obviously Missons is the original. Missons is the original, but Missons was before. Like that was when it was a rocker pub.
I think it was originally Masons, was it? And then it went to Henry J's, and then back to Masons, and then Brickworks. Yeah. The Godor upstairs and the Godor as well was always
used to be a great spot too.
The Punt Club.
It used to be good.
The Punt Club. The Punt Club. You could bring in punts and actually you brought a little punt so you could get a pint.
No way.
So there was a way for them to Geller up you remember the punk?
No, I don't remember that now.
I remember it was £1 a pint.
I remember the pound a pint.
Jesus.
Pound a drink.
£1 a drink.
I remember we used to get a wee car out in Claudia before we went to Derry, and then we get a taxi in, and then you just ask for a pint glass with 5 vodkas in it and a Red Bull for like whatever, £6 or £7.
a fiver or something.
You hammered, man.
Oh no. You couldn't not get fucking monkeyed if that's what you're buying. Even if you told me a fiver, you'd be bluttered straight away.
I know, man.
Do you know what I mean?
And so Waterloo Street, that's like I heard somebody calling it the Golden Mile.
The Golden Mile.
The Golden Mile.
The pitch runs down the street.
Derry's Golden Mile.
Waterloo Street's cracker.
That is, I love Waterloo Street.
During the jazz festival, when everyone fucking hundreds of people lining the street saying the band out playing and all, class.
I know, it's hard to beat.
It's the only street in Derry that has that sort of Galway kind of vibe.
The wee cobble street, the bars, he'd say.
Key Street kind of
Bouncing, it's amazing. You know, it's got that vibe, and that's, you know, you get that, it brings everybody together. And there was the castle. Was now what's the this is a game. I still called
Lizzie O'Farrell's.
I don't know anything.
No, I've heard all the names of the places, but I'm very confused as what's what with the new names. But I'd still say the castle.
And even the Dunlow used to be like a tiny wee place. You go into it now, it's fucking massive.
It's like
huge like place.
It used to be like a wee tiny beer garden.
Yeah.
We were never out of it. I loved it. We used to always, when I was in a band, when I was about 16, we always did wee nights up the stairs. Tiny wee room up the stairs. It's a lot bigger now too, but it would have been the size of this fucking room here. It was class crack. You won the door.
we would have played there too. Like
that's good crack. That's one of the good things. I think the smoking ban actually helped a lot of bars in Derry because
100%.
It sort of forced them to expand
and do a good outdoor bit.
There's loads of really cool outdoor places now.
Yeah. Do you remember when this was sort of like Tobacco Onions of its day? Do you remember during the 90s where Derry bars all became sports bars? Do you remember like upstairs in the Bountford, like the pool tables and like the sports posters, American sports all over, and the TVs, and then the Strand Bar done it, and
Downey's upstairs
done it, and all. Everybody just sort of jumped on it.
Everyone was pool mad. Look, pool tables were just like, you know, you think, where would you go now to play?
Where do you go? They still not have them up in like where Downey's would be. Would have been.
Is there?
I don't even know.
There's ones in the bowl now.
I don't know, but it used to be a thing. Like most bars had a sports bar.
The Bountford had a few upstairs, and then like.
So Snooker Hall still up above Metro.
Pop Black.
Pop Black.
I doubt it.
I don't know. Well, it was a couple of years ago. I was on it.
Used to be one in Spencer Road, Maxi Break. Remember, it used to be Maxi Break down in Spencer Road.
I love the way you're pointing. Is it
down there?
It's just if you can't see it off camera.
Well, it is actually.
Maxi Break's just here in the corner.
Just opposite the coffee table.
And then there was, what do you call a place in the Strand Road?
Joyland Amusements, crossing the cop shop.
What?
I always find it scary on there, but
Joyland.
I found it scary.
Was it full of joyriders now?
No, because you go on, there'd be rougher people. Like
but it was just, I was always full of fucking louts, basically.
I'd be shite myself there.
And then there's a wee bar down, I'm pointing now, fucking got me doing it, down the Strand Road, with the Carrick and all this. There was a wee tiny wee bar in there called the Alleyman's. Do you remember that there? My dad used to drink on there. It was just like one wee, like, tiny wee terrace, and then just like where along that road with Carrick and all this now, and like the rock bar, is that what you called it?
Yeah,
Cafe Rock. Just along there, there was a wee tiny wee, and it blew up. There was an abracadabra next door to it.
You mean it blew up, physically blew up, or it went?
Oh no, it blew up like it went on fire, and then never opened it again. Do you know what I mean?
That's about went viral.
There was 2 abracadabras in there, and they both burned down. Say nothing.
I probably shouldn't say anything about that.
Magic.
Anywhere in Derry burns down, it's an insurance job.
I just thought claim.
All about it, at least.
That's the Derry rumour starts as insurance.
Sure,
what did you call what was the tap house? I should know this. The tap house was
Monaco.
The Monaco. It's all that flipping over of bars.
I don't remember the Monaco now.
You wouldn't have been in it. It was a very wee sort of one of them bars you'd have walked in and everyone would have looked at you.
Right, jukebox switches off.
Carpets.
Away you go.
That's all I remember, carpets. And we sort of decorative wooden booths.
I was never on the Monaco in my life. First time I would have been up when it turned into the tap house early, the old tap house. Do you know what I mean?
Do you remember the Clarendon bar?
Oh god, Clarendon
it was kind of like Monaco was like similar to that, but it was a wee bit nicer looking or something on site, and it was a wee bit sort of smaller, obviously. Clarendon was massive.
Clarendon was a great bar.
My dad had a drink on there too. It was a good wee bar.
That's another, like, I remember doing an article in Pure Derry, which was like every bar in Derry to be a Granny Annie's by 2025. It's when they were buying everything. Remember, they were just...
That's right.
Because the Clarendon was supposed to be like a big
supposed to be Tipsy Bird or something.
At one point, I was convinced that they were just like a front for like a Mexican cartel or something. Like that. They were just buying that many. Who are these boys getting all this money out of? They're just buying all these bars. And obviously it caught up with them, but they bought the Clarendon. It was a great bar. I remember hearing it. It's still lying. Like
I know, man, because the wall signs went up.
It's falling apart to the top of the building, so fucking caved down.
It's supposed to be a Tipsy Bird or something.
Aye, there was that's gone.
It was going to be the Tipsy Bird. It was going to be the Tipsy Bird. It was going to be the Tipsy Bird.
The Simpsons might buy it.
Aye.
Like Derry needs a different. It's got enough fucking places. It needs like a wee sort of like a rock bar or something. You know, like a wee pool tables and fucking good music on. Like, you know what I mean? I don't know. Everyone's just the same now.
Guapo should buy it. It should turn it on.
I was going to say that they should have a thing.
Sit down,
get the drinks,
cocktails, Mexican. Hey, you're on. There's something there. He's listening. Guapo.
Get on it.
100%. We'll do the opening fees.
I got a Guapo yesterday. My first one. Fucking like 10 years or something.
That was such a fucking class Derry thing as well, was the Guapo. What did you call the other one?
Boojum came.
Boojum.
Aye.
And I was running near Derry at the time. I was running the platform. I still have it, like, but kind of stepped away from it at the time. But I remember, like, I was a Harry B kind of, but just cover this and put it out there and say, look, there's a Boojum opening. It's going to be bringing whatever, so many jobs. But I remember thinking at the time, Jesus, ballsy here. They're opening
of them. They opened beside Guapo,
right beside them. Like, they didn't go to Diamond. They didn't go.
Even they were about £3 dear on average too. Do you know what I mean?
Just not. I knew it wasn't going to be because the food's just not as good. But like, it was unbelievable. They watched Derry people respond to that.
That was class.
They were just like, no, not having it. No, please.
Boojum still had like one person on there, the person working, and then Guapo still had his fucking queue the whole way up the police station.
I know.
They totally underestimated.
There's another new place we went to. Remember?
Pappy. I'll tell you what, I got one last week and it was fucking lovely.
It wasn't bad.
Just saying, it was beautiful.
Was your first
burrito? Out the door, so I went over there. It was fucking lovely.
It was your first burrito, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Your first burrito?
Second burrito.
Second?
Yeah. Me and Sean went on it after a few pints.
Did you tell me it was your first because you were trying to be romantic?
I was trying to impress you, Sean. Thought this is my first Guapo.
It's like a national dish of Derry, isn't it?
Oh, those are the burritos now.
Mexican burrito.
But it's just clattered in taco sauce.
The queue just still amazes me.
Awesome.
I can't pass it. And I was one of the 12 resolutions or the 10 resolutions that I did. Come after New Year was like, I'll not get irrationally angry when I see the queue at Guapo, because I'm just raging. I haven't got the patience to stand on it half the time. But I don't know if everybody's the same, but I've got a cut-off point at the queue,
and you'll see it. Not joining it.
Past a certain point,
right?
Like, not standing.
No, see if I've decided I want something, and I go and I'll be like, no, I'm getting it now that I know. Actually, that's what happened last week. This is what it was. It was about 2 Sundays ago. I was hungover, and I said I'm getting a fucking burrito today. And Mariam was like, I go for it. So I was waiting. Guapo doesn't open on Sundays. They want. So I was all right. I go down there and fucking 1 o'clock. Drove down, went round, no queue. I was all happy days. Went up. They were fucking closed. They had their staff through the night before, and they were closed for the day.
Selfish bastards.
Sweet Jesus! I need a burrito today, so I drove over to Old Pappy, and luckily they were just opening, and it was fucking lovely too.
There you go.
So there you go.
They've got stuff competition. You just reminded me, and it just reminded me. Last year, I put Guapo, Dole and Guapo, the D&G, which is it's a party. And I put the mugs and wallets on, and I don't think I ever sorted that out with them. So I wonder would they pay me in stamped loyalty cards?
Oh, fucking right, man.
Players watching.
Get on there.
Get on it.
I think I might have some free Guapos in the post coming. Just remembered. I never
fucking cash that out.
I was raging. I thought I forgot about them. So
good grub.
What do you call that other place?
Old Pappy.
Old Pappy. That's the place we went to.
They're Limavady based, I think, and then they're open on there.
See, I went there. Me and Sean went for where we were out. We were out
flyers.
So we went on it, and I went up because I've got the palate of a 14th century Irish peasant, like
meat and spuds, just
meat and spuds. So I was up and I was at the queue and I was saying to the wee girl, I was like, I don't want anything spicy, like as least spice that you have, blah blah blah. But a chicken out of this, no, I don't want that. And she goes, do you want sauce? And I was all, but just make sure, remember what I said before. She goes, don't worry about this. This is not spicy at all. Swear to God, for about 3 days after, my mouth was burnt off me, like.
Jeez, really?
And apparently that was the lowest format.
The mild one?
The mild one. No.
You're just not cut out for
I'm not Balford, Kieran.
No.
That's fair enough.
Maybe it's like a training thing, maybe like a Rocky training montage.
Take a wee fucking dollop of Tabasco every day. Eventually I'll just be like, no bother me.
Microdosing Tabasco sauce.
So you wouldn't get an old bad boy Bombay Baba with pot noodle?
What a fuck.
No.
I can fucking swallow him.
I love
down
spice,
by the
but I think
pint
they're just rotten.
A pot noodle?
the Bombay. Yeah, get an odd one.
Enjoy a pot noodle.
I'll tell you why. I got one recently, and I'll tell you why. The same reason I got a guapo yesterday. It's so I could taste something. So I got all the hottest shit in that burrito yesterday. I got the hottest stuff. I was like, give me the fucking spicy rice. Give me the hottest fucking
I've
beans.
heartburn even hearing that.
No, I had
spicy rice.
I was like, whack on them fucking jalapenos. I need to be able to have some kind of sensation of food.
Yeah.
And that's why I did it. And it was lethal.
Did it work?
Yeah, it kind of got like, I kind of got that hotness anyway. I was able to experience food again.
Yeah.
So
Lethal. That's another one.
Lethal.
Beezer.
With 2 F's.
Lethal. Cracker.
Oh, is that other one? Beezer.
Beezer. That's a pure night. And you never hear Beezer anymore, do you?
Beezer, cracker.
That is Beezer.
I'm bringing Beezer back.
I'm bringing Beezer back.
What was the one? I had one in my head there the other day too, and it's a word I haven't heard in ages. Oh, I'm not going to remember it now.
It'll
come back.
You're under pressure.
It was when he said Beezer, I was all, fuck, there's not a word. I was all, you never hear that word anymore? Can't remember it now. It's gone. It'll come back, but
what's that one I always say too? It's like, because I heard it on a Square Bear. Do you know Square Bear?
Oh, Square Bear.
He does like these.
Yep,
it was like a Star Wars one.
over
That a voiceover. And I said, did you think I came down the foil in a bubble? And I always say it now.
Up the foil in a bubble.
Up a foil in a bubble.
But to be fair,
I said
that is like a Derry thing. But you will hear people in London might say, "I came up the Thames in a bubble." That's like you might hear that too. I think. Anyway.
Just ruined it.
I mean? No,
Square Bear's talented.
Just ruined.
That's stuff. Some of the stuff's hilarious too.
Me and him had sort of long history. I've gone back, whatever, but I've met him. He's a talented boy. Like,
his stuff's interesting.
He's a proper artist. Like, do you know what I mean? You can see the stuff he's doing. So.
I was up at his last exhibition up in.
I was up at the exhibition. Funny, the next exhibition. I had one of he had an exhibition up in the Rosemount factory when I was doing all the t-shirts up there with Liam as well. So I haven't spoke to him in ages, but he's a talented guy.
Do you know what I just thought? One is, did you ever see his RoboCop video?
I did.
There's a word in that. That's an old word.
What's that?
Yipe.
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 I've never heard that before.
Do you know the RoboCop goes, your move, creep. He does the voice of it. It's your move, yipe. Fucking brilliant.
I've never heard yipe before.
Yipe.
Really? You eat dirt.
Yipe, basically.
Yeah.
You eat creep.
I remember a lot of the Derry words when they first come out to Claudy, because there was Derry people come out and went to Claudy school when I was at it. So I spent the whole of primary school. It was just Derry, or it was just Claudy people, Craig Ban, Park, Ford Lane and stuff. And these fucking exotic hoods started coming out there.
I knew loads of people from Derry, from Colmore, went to Claudy.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Randomly.
Yeah, they're coming out with all these fucking, they're dressed different, their hair was different.
Frappuccinos and their friggin' all this crack.
Gentrified cultures.
They're fucking sookies.
Sookies and all that.
Sookies. Do you know what's another one? But it's kind of derogatory now. Like, it's kind of lousy, and you think back because it was used.
I know what you're going to say.
Stoke.
But that was always. I mean, that was that is wrong.
That is
that was a surname. That was a family, and probably should think. But that was.
We've touched on that before in this podcast.
I remember figuring that out when I was like a teenager. Sometimes you can't. That's all right. Then you realise, you know.
But it was such a Derry word too.
It became a verb or whatever.
I only heard what it actually was. It was during lockdown. I remember we were out in our backyard having a few drinks. There was Rachel Malloch said to me, I said Stokes. He thought, do you know that's a family? Stokes. I was all, boom. Just mind blowing, like never used it again after, like. But I don't know. It's just a Derry word, like.
There you go. That one's been resigned to the trash can a wee bit, doesn't it?
We've agreed as a society it's not funny anymore. We've moved on. Hasn't really even been talked about, but we've just as a society went, let's just put that back there. It's grand. All right.
What about famous Derry bands? Obviously the Undertones. We had Mickey Bradley on as a guest too. We didn't. He's
that very chair.
Mickey's legend
too.
Class
sound man.
Mickey's sound as well.
Undertones are obviously the
top one.
Oh, 100%. They have to be like. But we had actually the live podcast with Peter Cuna from D-Ream.
Of course.
Our fucking Derry musical legend.
Seen that. Very good.
He was a good guy, great guy too, Peter.
Yeah.
So he was.
So D-Ream, Brona Gallagher, obviously.
Big Brona
legend.
Yep.
Shout out to Brona.
We're all big fans
Member
of her
the Commitments.
Unbelievable, man. Did I tell you the story of meeting Brona Gallagher?
You were reading the commitments on the bus or something?
I was on the way to Dublin. Me and Conor D were going down to see Mumford and Sons in Dublin. So I left it a book. I've told this on the podcast before, but I left it a book off the bookshelf when I was leaving the house, and it was like something wee handy one I'll read just on the way down. Left it the commitments, hadn't read it in years, and got the fucking Monaghan bus stop. Somebody stands up in front, about to get out, locked around, it's Brona Gallagher. I was like, no way, and I was looking at the front of the cover, and there's her on it.
Did you get her to sign it?
She signed it and all, she did indeed, yeah. She said, I haven't seen that, I haven't read that book since I come down in this bus, the Derry to Dublin bus, to do the audition.
Go to the fucking part,
Really? Yeah, and she had a wee flick through it and all, yeah, it's lovely. It's
Brona's a Derry legend, 100%.
Yeah,
I had her tortured on Pure Derry for years, because she was a recurring character.
Alright.
I kept just making her, like, because she's like an actor and a singer, and she's been in Star Wars. Do you know what I mean?
That's right.
She appeared on a wee podcast thing, and we did a wee live one, which was the most nerve-wracking thing I've ever done. Over COVID, I remember looking back, I still have like PTSD. Like going live is just But my ma was a massive Brona Gallagher fan. I remember meeting her in Sainsbury's. I was taking my ma shopping, and she's Brona, and she was over and I gave her a wee loving them. My ma was just all falling over it. It just didn't think. And at the time, I think it was at the time when I was like, every time something come up, I would make Brona like she was. She was saving everything. If something was happening, she'd be there to fix it. She was a doctor. She was an engineer. She could do all these things. It kind of became a running joke. But that was around the time. And of course, I didn't say anything. I was all right, Brona, whatever. And unbeknownst to her, I was.
Oh, so she didn't know you were doing.
She didn't know I was just a guy standing with his mommy falling over. Whatever, never says anything. So I've since met her. And I was speaking to her before Christmas. Actually, she's away filming. But Brona's a legend. Who else?
Your man from
Roma Downey was another one who became mega famous.
Dana,
in the States.
of course.
Roma. But she's an actress.
She's an actress.
She was on that.
You not say singers there.
I thought we moved on.
No, we're just saying
whatever. I moved on.
We're probably doing it a service to a lot of great there.
We had Dana too. Even like modern day, like supports. Fucking brilliant fucking band.
What do you call a singer of Divine Comedy? But is he not?
Neil Hannon.
He is from Derry too.
Yeah.
I think he's from Derry. I think so. So I've been told.
We claim him. Like he went to Foyle, I think.
Is that what it was?
I think his people were from here or whatever. Right. He has a Derry man, but he went to Foyle.
Johnny McDade.
Johnny McDade
too. Exactly.
Gary Lightbody spent a lot of his granny was from the Fountain.
That's right. Yep.
He was
born there. He was born in the Fountain, as far as I know.
Is that right?
Gary Lightbody. Yeah. And then even back, like you had bands. Remember, like bands like fucking. When I was coming up as a teenager, like Red Organ Serpent Sound and all that.
I know Dermot McGowan was school. Dermot, the keyboard player. He was at school with me. I feel like I'm just giving constant shout outs to people here.
It's a small time. We're going to be keep talking about.
Do you know what the thing is? As you mentioned there as well, you'd be afraid of missing people too.
No, you do. There's loads in my head.
So many.
Yeah, there's so many great artists and great bands.
You'd be sitting later at night and you'd be fuck, remember Emmons?
Fight My Wire as well.
Fight My Wire too. Another big one.
Or Clear Shot. They were originally Clear Shot. Amazing.
They supported Oasis.
I remember that was there.
Wasn't it? Brilliant. Fighting My Wire wasn't it supported?
No, it was Clear Shot. Clear Shot.
And Oasis up for him now.
And fucking, what do you call it? You love them. That other band. Who supported them? Who was the main
Ocean Colour Scene.
Ocean Colour Scene.
Cracker band.
I was at that gig.
So was I. I was like fucking 17.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, as well.
Yeah, and then I was in the bound for after upstairs.
We must have crossed paths.
We must have done it because I was in the bound for all the time at that time.
We must have. We were just like shipping nobody. That's
passing ships in the night.
Yeah,
we probably pushed in each other's shoes.
We probably pushed.
You're probably hugging, telling each other you loved each other. Don't you remember? I'll give you a shout tomorrow, big man.
100%. Sharing a cup of tea in the toilet.
And a bourbon cream. That's 3 big gigs I think everybody forgets happening for him. Was Brian Adams too.
What?
Brian Adams fucking
Adams.
Everything I do.
Was brilliant. Fucking brilliant. I was there too. And then there was one big weekend.
That's
we like Avril and there was like Avril Lavigne, Khalees, fucking The Streets. Keen.
That was a one big weekend when
it was fucking brilliant. We were at that too. It was like fucking 18 or something. So it's not even that long ago.
Even more recently, Edmonton had some crackers too in that one big weekend. Do you remember over there? It was like fucking the Snoop Dogg play or something.
I don't know.
Like
Snoop Dogg done a DJ set in Everton.
Bruno Mars done a fucking thing as well.
Did Robbie Williams or something fly
Robbie
on too?
Williams done too. Yeah.
Was that a rumor?
It was a rumor. That's what I was just about to say. That was I loved them one big weekends because it was brilliant. It was a brilliant time to be writing like comedy.
I have a lot of
so many Derry rumours going about, and I was able to just play. Like, Beyonce was on the 212, and you know, like Rihanna was session out in the flat down in Gillia. You know, just like dude,
Well, that was true.
Ideas are
bag of
themselves actually.
Bag of
Monkey madness.
Monkey madness. You know, you could just there was all them rumours that Robbie. I don't think Robbie Williams ever played Derry.
No,
Oh, he does.
did he?
Oh, he definitely does. He was playing over in Edmonton. Robbie Williams.
Did he?
I'm fucking 99% sure he does. That's.
See, that's what I was on about.
Well, how do you look it up?
I know Bruno Mars played.
I'm nearly sure Robbie Williams.
One of
played
my
me.
favourite stories.
I'm nearly
was
fucking sure. I'm gonna look it up here.
Jamesy's Daily down at the bottom of the Glen Shane.
Mahara.
There's photos at the time of like must have done, just like one of the staff come out like get their picture taken with Bruno Mars outside like after they bought 2 sausage rolls and a can of Monster or whatever it was.
Jesus.
Just what's a random place they meet Bruno Mars at the bottom of Glen Shane.
Yep, 2013.
There you
Robbie
go.
Williams,
man.
Robbie Williams, City of Culture year. I knew he did because I remember it came out on stage. I wasn't there, but I think I seen it on TV. It came out on stage and we went, "What's happening, Derry?" And everyone went mental.
Well, there you go.
there you
It's
go.
funny. That's why he has.
Him and Dizzy Rascal played in 2013.
That's why he's a monkey in his new film because I was inspired by taking a bag of monkey.
He took too much monk. Took too much monk and turned into a monkey.
You know what? I haven't seen that film. It looks quite interesting. I love my movies, but it does look quite interesting. But I see it's bombed apparently.
Really?
Weird. I mean, it does look quite.
Sometimes they do, but you still enjoy it yourself. Yeah, anyway. Do you know what I mean?
Unfortunately, everything's judged by how much money it makes.
Well, that's
these days.
true. Yeah.
No.
I noticed that Bob Marley one's out now. Like, I meant to go see it.
Who's in that?
It's Timothy Chalamet.
No, it's not Bob Marley.
Bob
It's
Dylan.
Oh, Bob Dylan. Sorry, Jesus
It's
Christ.
like Timothy Chalamet playing Bob Marley. I don't think there's a PC way to do that.
I know the DEA.
Jesus Christ. Sorry, there was a Bob Marley one last year, but that was good.
No, there was.
that was your
I
man.
haven't seen it. I haven't seen it.
Your man, the British actor.
Fuck, what do you call him? Jesus Christ. Forget his name.
No,
He
it's
was
not
on-
Jesus Christ. It's
No, he was on the Passion of the Christ. Wasn't it?
that's told me that they're making a sequel. to The Passion of
Jesus.
Christ. The Resurrection.
I never
Aye, Mel
actually seen it.
Gibson.
Oh.
Jim Calvi. I can never say his surname.
It's gonna
Caviezel.
be
Caviezel.
I
DH.
seen Mel Gibson was on about it last week. So there you go.
He's going to de-age him.
Jesus is coming back. back in the hood. There you go.
Jesus 2.0.
I want to
Jesus
back.
Strikes Back.
I want you back.
Jesus 2.
I want you back for Good Friday.
I like it.
I'm here all night.
Hey, another wee mention as well. Phil Coulter. You can't be talking
The
about
main
Derry
man.
without Phil Coulter.
The Town I Love So Well, one of the best fucking songs you ever hear.
Beautiful song.
Unbelievable. Bring It Here to a Glass Eye and our Derry phrase too.
Bring it here to glass.
Another song of his would bring a fucking tear to a glass eye. Scorn Not His Simplicity.
Yep.
Amazing song. Yeah. I think he's the only, I read something one time, he's the only person outside America that wrote a song for Elvis that made it on an album.
Right.
Really?
What song was
Very
that?
interesting.
I don't know, Brandy.
You ain't nothing but a hound dog.
We have to Google it now to find out.
Yeah.
You ain't nothing but a dairy dog.
We need a Joe Rogan Jamie in here. There's somebody like
Just
in the corner Googling shit.
We Googler.
That was supposed to be me at the start, wasn't it?
That was the original.
I would have been over there.
Over there, Googling
was it?
stuff.
I don't know how I got here.
We can't go on together with suspicious devices.
Your puns. you didn't even.
I know, I tried.
Just swapped. Wait, sorry, I must have.
We can't go on together with suspicious devices. We're trying to think of like Elvis Derry puns. There's probably loads.
Yeah.
Aye.
Poach dog.
You ain't nothing but a greyhound.
Why greyhound?
Just because Derry, the Brandywell Greyhounds racing track.
Yeah.
They're shutting there. They're shutting there.
Jailhouse Rock.
I won't speak
Rock
for
Road.
itself. Just
Yeah. The hitch blocks.
Jailhouse Rock.
Jailhouse Rock Road. There you go.
Jailhouse Rock Mills.
There you go.
Turning that's probably just a thread on its own. Turning
Just Elvis and Derry songs.
pure Derry Elvis songs.
We always used to
that's
do
good.
ones too. You probably did a lot of it yourself, but maybe we were inspired by some of the stuff we've seen you doing, but maybe it's just to always basically tie in films with like bars in Derry. It would have been like there's something about Mary Bees, or like the one that shakes the Derby, or no, we used to just text back and forth all night, tell you some crackers. Like I wish I could remember something like, but you could just do it again. Do you know what I mean? Oh,
Gotta go with
crackers.
again.
Keep lifting me water and it's fucking empty. These are your last year's fun.
Work away there, Brendan.
Saying on DC Claude.
Saying on DC Claude. Hey, what about so we were wearing Derry City football tops? We'll have to touch on Derry City as well.
We are.
Are you a fan? Would you went to any matches growing up or anything, Ciaran?
You know what? My dad wasn't a big football fan.
Yeah.
My dad was more of a drinker and a singer. My dad was a singer, but my dad wasn't. But I went to a few matches. But I never, unfortunately, I never kind of grew up in hardcore Derry. But I would obviously look out for the results and go to a match here and there. But I wouldn't go out there and be like, oh, I'm a biggest Derry fan.
No, I'm not. I'm a fucking hypocrite wearing this top. I haven't been the brand in about fucking 10 years.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. I used to be a big fan, you know, but
I think it's amazing that it's amazing what Phil has done for the club. Like, I think it's revolutionary, isn't it? And it's amazing that people are interested. And
they're getting the crowds. Crowds are back up their time.
It's a big thing, and that's the way it should be.
100%.
Boys, fucking, I don't know, it's a shit out of me to see Man United and Liverpool fans arguing with each other on Facebook. Every week.
No,
and you're like,
it's ridiculous.
There's a local team,
But they wouldn't go to a Derry match.
You know what? And
I'm one of them.
Well, my weaker's interested now in going to see football.
Oh, I see.
So
it's a great friend to get on there. Like,
100%.
Parents and kids and stuff.
As I'm a parent now, I'm starting to be like, you know what? It's a thing to take
100%.
My dad would have brought me to Derry City matches growing up. Like he would have brought us all over the country going to Derry matches. My dad boarded in St Colum's College. He was from Donaghmana, boarded in St Colum's College, but he used to sneak out and then go down and watch the Derry City matches. So he fell in love with Derry City then.
That's amazing.
And then he passed it on to us. And
you were back when you were away and you were like a mascot now, weren't you? Out in the fucking pitch.
I was the Derry City Cub.
A Cub, that's what
that was my form of ID up until I was 36 years old. Derry City Cubs, just me, wee blonde hair.
Just flash it, let him go.
Yeah.
Back on his grant.
I went to loads of finals. I was like, and funny, a lot of the Pure Derry. There's a whole chapter in the book actually on called Pure Derry City at the end somewhere.
I'm going to get a serious foot the rap book, and I tell you, class already.
Yeah.
See me sitting here, product placement here, but there's a Pure Derry City chapter on here. But a lot of my experience of going to Derry matches was like going to finals, and a lot of the humour in it was like the Sunshine supporters, because it was just me taking the piss out of myself.
Bandwagons.
Like, bandwagon fucking final. We're all down the bus for a drinking session, and I did loads of that, and being the Brandywell. But it was funny growing up. All my friends were like Eddie McKillian. Me and him were. Me and Eddie were born. Here's a funny one about Eddie McKillian. Eddie McKillian and me were born 2 or 3 years apart in Altnagelvin's hospital.
Right? Fuck.
And me and his mommy and my mommy were in the hospital at the same time, and then they figured out that they were living in Limewood Street in the house that my ma grew up in.
Is that right?
Wow.
So and then when we went to school, me and Eddie were at school, the same class at school together. So
Eddie was some player too.
I was a brilliant player.
Eddie and Tommy.
Tommy as well. Yes.
Right, yeah, Tommy was brilliant.
Eddie was a right back. Tommy is a midfielder.
They were all good. So Darren Kelly,
another brilliant player.
We were all at school together. It was quite a few.
He went on to
he had to cross the water,
didn't he? With Carlisle or something like that, didn't he? Darren Kelly's a great player too. My uncle, that's back when I was in my heyday era. My uncle managed the Line Boys, Tommy and Eddie,
right, yeah.
and Darren Kelly and all the crew, Pizza,
Floyd Gilmore and all.
Floyd Gilmore too, yeah.
So they were like, I sort of palled at different times, school or different. All them boys growing up. I had 2 left feet. So I just I wasn't like, I wasn't good at football. And I only really get into football with an old mucker of mine, Mickey Cullen, who sadly passed away, but he was a big Man United fan. And there was something at the time when he passed away and we were only like 14. I was like, I felt like
that was your reconnection to him,
sort of pick up the bat. That was when I started supporting Man United, back when sort of Brian Robson was just before Keano came in, and then I sort of realised years later that I was more of a Roy Keane fan. Like when Roy Keane retired, I was like,
you don't really care that much anymore.
He was the man.
He's a legend, like.
Big time.
I'm a Liverpool fan. I fucking love Roy Keane. He's brilliant.
Same, yeah.
You have to.
Yeah. See, talk about that new Robbie Williams movie, and I was just thinking, Roy Keane said it's one of the best movies he's ever seen.
He did say it.
But there's been a few movies that's just been absolutely slated, and Keane's like, best movie I've ever seen. I don't know if he's just being,
it's just, whatever everyone else says,
he'll say that. Or he actually enjoyed it. Yeah.
I liked it when Ricky Gervais come on. I thought that was
them two got on well.
You could sort of tell that they both were all into each other.
Hit the world,
but they were too proud. They were just they were kind of vibing off each other, but they didn't want to be like
their personality wouldn't allow them. They say it out loud kind of thing.
No, they were the thing. But that podcast, one of my regular go-tos.
Same, yeah. Dennis Irwin's on it tomorrow.
Is he?
He is, because he's fucking keen, loves Dennis Irwin. Like,
so I was his roommate for years.
And it's such different people too. Like, so he was quiet,
reserve fella. My brother actually met him a couple of months ago. He went to a United match in the box, and Dennis Irwin came in.
He's one of the ambassadors.
Class, he was buzzing, so he was.
Yeah, there you go.
You have to do like a Gary Neville and start doing some sort of awkward advertisement segments here in the podcast. You have to read out something and be all, this episode is brought to you in association with the Bentley. You can get chips,
chicken melter with tobacco and chorizo sauce.
So the tobacco, we have to get to the tobacco onions thing. Like, where did tobacco onions come out? Brenda, you're a chef.
Like, I don't know. Like, we never made them.
Like, is it a dish like from another country or what? Or did some dairy person go on fucking holidays one day and went?
I think it's just like deconstructed lazy onion rings.
Oh, okay.
They chop up a lot of onions, fuck them in flour, fuck them in the fryer, and apparently like places like Key West. No, the boy was telling me, I know a couple of chefs in Key West, and the boy was telling me basically there's like 2 fellas in there. They're basically full time, and what they're doing is dropping baggy onions in the fryer. Boom, just baggy onions, baggy onions, boom, baggy onions. There you go. Do you know what I mean?
Because there's places like you go to dig into your dinner and you have to go through about fucking 4 foot of tobacco onions to get to your chicken or your steak or whatever. Like,
it's like cutting through the jungle with a fucking machete. I can get it.
Looks like a tumbleweed. Sitting on top of your steak.
That was another. I was living in Belfast at the time when sort of tobacco, and I used to come up and down. You know, you just like, and funny, when I brought Pure Derry back on Facebook, I was living in Belfast, so it was kind of like my connection to home was the sort of, you know, was the right Pure Derry. And I remember coming up and going out for dinner. And I think it was it Key West or Timber Key, which is now opening as a new place, right? Or something it's called.
Burn.
Although I seen when somebody promoted it, the journal called it Brun, which was like just a typo. Maybe they thought it was brawn up, and I don't know, whatever. But I remember going and saying, "What the fuck? This food's just clattered in tobacco onions, like just like chicken with like a big mountain of tobacco onions." And that was kind of like another sort of awakening of like dairy culture was just and you start seeing them everywhere. And of course, in the book, one of the main things is the Mucker's Bistro, which is the sort of the restaurant where everything comes with tobacco onions, even the desserts come with tobacco onions.
Sticky Italian pudding, caramel sauce, tobacco onions.
I'm surprised nobody brought out cheese and tobacco onion crisps.
Hey, could be on this something.
I'd say it won't be far away.
I think somewhere in the Pure Derry archive there's a story about a tobacco onion processing factory somewhere in Springtown that's just constantly, you know, like immigrants are just working, like, pumping out these tobacco onions, but like they become less and less. But like I have to be honest, I love a tobacco.
Oh no, they're fucking hard to whack.
They're amazing. Like,
see, like pile of like chicken melter with your pepper sauce and you're like mashing your back onions, fucking bit it under me, 100%. Every so often, I don't need it very often, but every so often I'll take a wee notion and be like, I need a Bentley munch today. That's what you call a Bentley munch. Doesn't matter the magnet or the Kosh or the
they're all the same.
It's a Bentley munch.
I have a theory that the people at the Bentley and you know, I've met them and they're all sound, but they figured out the equation for like what dairy people like. It's like, and there's some sort of equation for like tobacco onions and cocktails and people playing music on saxophones and like you know, and they figured out the perfect equation for like just keeping dairy people happy, you know, just like music, football
on every TV, but horse racing on one, just near the bar, so we old man can sit and a paper fucking
somebody doing sort of dairy Google Analytics on like figuring out, like this is what you need. The Bentley group have got it sussed.
They've got it nailed anyway.
Nailed.
Ticks all the boxes.
Definitely.
Class. Lads, I think we could do a part 2 in this sometime.
100%. The man's up for it.
Aye, 100%.
Yeah.
That's an hour.
100%.
I get that in a t-shirt.
For deaths.
I use that so much.
For deaths.
For deaths and other. For deaths. Yeah. So for deaths, we'll do it.
We just talk shite for that. It feels like we're only talking.
Oh no! I looked down. It was like 50 odd minutes. I was like, Jesus Christ, flew.
What way? I'm interested. I'm interested. So when I was doing podcasts, I would sort of try and shoot for over and then edit out. But do you
no, we just
keep it. We try not to edit it if possible. Perfect. Do you know what I mean? Obviously, if there's any kind of technical issues or somebody says something they wish they hadn't, well, which hasn't never really happened.
Can you edit this bit out now?
Edit that out there.
Oh, the vaping.
The vaping. He's a serial vapist. God forgive me.
I don't want my daughter seeing me vaping.
No.
I'm now the daddy that's thing. They like, you know, all right, I'll stop now. I fucking should.
Yeah.
And I stopped last year. I got off it. I was off it for 6 months. And I went to America. And I was just like,
fucking Americans.
on holidays.
Well, I've come full circle. I used to hide from my man and daddy smoke. Now I hide from my Wednesday smoke. You know what I mean? I'm always hiding from. Do you think when you're I was smoking when I run? No, you won't. You were hiding too. Do you know what I mean?
You don't want to be passing on bad habits.
No, exactly. They know anyway.
So we'll finish it up there, guys.
We'll get a part 2 rocking.
Aye,
100%.
100% for
I
that.
didn't even mean that there. I actually didn't even mean it. It just comes out.
Well, you know, can we bring food next time? Can we do like
Let's do it.
Tobacco onions.
tobacco onions?
Like fucking.
And like Dory's Bakery.
Maybe we bring our own, like everybody brings a dairy delicacy.
Boom.
See, let's do that because we didn't even touch on like dairy buns and all that sort of thing, like pastries and
cream
and
horns.
like chips, cheese, and taco. Stuff like that. Your Mexican beefs, your chicken boxes.
We've all that to cover.
All that to cover. Coming in part 2.
Coming up, check it out.
Keep your eyes peeled.
So people, check out, have a wee look at purecrack.com. Yeah, is that what it is? Purecrack.com.
Is this for
fuck's sake? Puredairy.com. Sorry. Sorry. No. Can we edit that out?
You want to do that again?
Nope. Right, we'll go again. Gary Neville does it much better, doesn't he?
I was only joking about doing shit adverts. So you've added one on.
Purecrack.com.
I know why you says Pure Crack.
Well, there you go. That's a wee thing that we run Pure Crack. But Pure Dairy, check it out. Go on to puredairy.com. You'd see all the merchandise, t-shirts, hats, cups, mugs, fucking mugs. Everything.
Oh, we've got the wallets.
Oh, the wallets as well.
The wallets, which I
love this one.
There we go. The Tightour wallet.
Tightour. I've seen them before. It's a cracker, actually.
So we've only got a few of them left, actually. They fly out.
Nice.
There you go. Thanks for the plug.
So check it out, folks. This has been Mind the Time, a podcast. Thank you very much again, Mr. Ciaran Murray.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Cheers, lad.
Thank you to Brendy and Sean. This has been Mind the Time podcast. Check us out on wherever you get your podcasts. Give it a share, like, smash buttons, do all them things.
Tell your ma's best mucker from work.
They fucking get on it.
Tell your auntie's neighbour.
Tell people at urinals.
Tell them all. This has been Mind the Time podcast. Thank you very much. Good night. Good luck. Bye bye.
See you after. Hey.
Schlan.
100%.